So obviously you started from Kickstarter, and now you're here. It's amazing. What's the journey been like? You have at Max Animation.
Yeah.
What's it been like? I know I just saw the panel. You talked about your journey a little bit. Like, how was it feel?
Yeah, I mean, we took it from a Kickstarter to an Oscar-winning short and a New York Times bestseller, and now hopefully, a TV show that people will love too on Max. So it's just been incredible. Each journey is its own individual thing. You got to make sure that you're making sure you're tailoring each piece for each individual audience. But just excited for people to continue to see these characters kind of grow up and fall in love and fall down, but also get back up.
I saw that she came back home from treatment, so she's adjusting back to her life.
Yeah.
Our hair is so important to Black women. How are you going to kind of write her journey? How is her journey throughout the show, getting back to feeling comfortable with herself and her hair and her daughter's hair?
Yeah, I mean, a big part of it is about that. A lot of times, when you come back from a bit of a health scare, it's really hard to just kind of find yourself and kind of all the time that you may have missed. So we really deal with that in just in terms of her getting back into her groove, figuring things out. Obviously even she's been at the hospital for a minute, so, Steven had to step up, and now she gets back home and things are even a little skewed with that dynamic too. So that's a big part of the show is Angela's journey of just kind of rediscovering who she was then, but also who she is now. And just how the whole family has to adjust. And, it's like you miss a little bit of time and your kid is a totally different person. So it's really fun.
Y'all are dads. I'm a new mom.
Yep.
How did being a parent, especially the first time, how does that color your decisions to make for the show? Writing the show, how does that
So how does that
affect your process of writing?
Well, it's we're pulling from a real source. We've been there before, and just seeing your kids go from being little bundles of joys to being grown. My oldest is 20 and my youngest is 14. So just seeing those stages, I'm able to pull from different experiences that they that they went through and stages that I went through. With raising kids, because it's great, but it's at the same time it's terrifying and it's hard, And so one of the really cool things with Young Love is that we get to see that with a family that is still trying to get it together. They're fairly young, So that's something that we haven't seen in television, especially in animation. So really excited for people to see that.
What can you tell us about the multi-generational dynamics that your story is going to play on? Because I found that to be exceptionally fascinating.
Yeah, it's like a lot of our families. You got grandparents that are involved. Anytime you have a young kid, and you're trying to raise them and make sure that they turn out to be a good person. You want to bring in all the family that you can to help mold them, and this is great. You essentially have a situation where you have 5 and 6 different people who were presented with the same problem will all approach it differently. And so that's really what a lot of our show is about, just kind of seeing how Gigi and Russell, which are their grandparents' names, who are voiced by Loretta Devine and Harry Lennox, just seeing how they get in the mix and try to problem solve, and also Stephen and Angela, and then also Zuri. You made her to be this truly independent, really outspoken, young, amazing child, and just seeing how all the things that she gets into, and sometimes she's helping the parents more so than they're helping her. So it's really fun. All right, well, appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much.
Taking the time.